Hey, online course creators. I got a question on one of my courses from a student, Todd. Thanks for the question, Todd. He was asking about what his next step should be. He's published one course on Udemy, and he's wondering, should he spend time promoting that course or working on his next course? This is a dilemma that a lot of people are in, and I'm constantly in. Ever since 2012, when I launched my first online course, I've been wondering what to do. And the truth is that I've usually gone the route of creating more courses, and that's led to a lot of success, and it's what I like doing. I have never been a huge fan of promoting, especially when it comes to like hardcore promoting, creating advertisements, webinars, those kinds of things. I like creating content and doing content marketing like YouTube videos, blog articles, that kind of thing. And I think it's a balance. And one thing I know is that if I spent more time promoting my current courses, I could be making a lot more money from those courses. Sometimes I spend a lot of time and effort creating new courses that don't end up selling that well. And so I have a batch of courses right now that do really well. And I know if I just stopped creating more courses, I could have a lot of success just promoting those courses. But I'm addicted to creating online courses. It's just what's most fun for me. So first you have to balance that. What do you have more fun doing? Promoting or creating? When you're starting out, it might be good to spend a lot of time creating more and more courses to build up sort of a library of courses. But at the same time, you should be building your audience and your brand outside of the marketplace. One of my mistakes early on was not starting an email list the very first day. It took me about 6 months to start collecting emails, but it really took me about, I would say maybe a year and a half or 2 years to do it properly, to create a nice lead magnet and to direct people to that opt-in form in exchange for the email. If I had started doing that earlier on, I would be even more successful than I am now, because your email list really is the highest converting place for promoting a new course or an existing course. So if you don't have a brand, if you don't have a website, if you don't have an email list, I would consider doing that first before you move on to your next course. All the students that you're going to start getting in the first course that you've created might want to come to your website. They might want to find out more information. You might want to use Udemy's educational announcements to send them to a YouTube video or to a blog post on your website. Ultimately, you do want to have more control of your audience, and that's why you need to be building your own website and your own brand and your own email list at the same time you're creating and selling courses on the marketplaces. The perfect scenario in my mind is spending your time 50-50. Half on planning and creating your next course, but the other half on building your brand through content marketing. So creating tutorials on YouTube, writing blog articles, and building up a presence on social media. Facebook groups are hot right now for building a tribe and a community, so maybe starting one of those for the niche you're in. At the very least, creating a Facebook page for your brand. You mentioned the 80-20 rule in your question, and that's very important to pay attention to. And right now it might seem that 80% of your return is coming from the effort that you put into creating your online course, but you also have to pay attention to the long term. Even though it might not seem like most of your revenue is coming from creating content that you put on your blog or YouTube, but in the long term, that is going to give you a lot of success. So yes, pay attention to the 80-20 rule, but at the same time, be aware that sometimes it's not as clear how the 80-20 rule works over the long term. Todd, I hope this answered your question, and to anyone else interested, I hope this answered your question too. If you're interested in creating and selling online courses, I am putting together a masterclass program, a complete premium workshop, and I've been collecting people's email addresses so you could be the first to know when that launches. I do plan on launching this in mid to late May. Thanks so much, and we'll see you in another video.